Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the Dreaded Heroes Report, bringing you the latest, breakingest news that there is. So far, the latest is sources in WWE indicate that Luis, I don't know how you can say his last name, Alberti. Anyway, that's his real name. That's the original Sin Cara. Anyway, he was sent home Tuesday from SmackDown taping in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. After meeting with the company officials, he left the Saddle Dome before the event was concluded. Company sources say developmental talent Ares, or Hunico, see if you can follow me on this, okay, he will exclusively portray the Sin Cara character going forward. WWE wants to maintain the character since it's been very popular amongst the kids and merchandise sales don't want to lose money. Many employees expect Alberti to part ways with the organization, but it's not 100% confirmed yet. WWE reshot matches between Sin Cara and Heath Slater on Tuesday's taping since the initial bout featured numerous botched maneuvers. Ares portrayed Sin Cara in both matches. Alberti was dressed to compete, but management opted not to use him. So, as far as the way I understand it, the Sin Cara Part 2 wrestled, but then there was botched matches, maneuvers during the match, so they had to reshoot, so it didn't go over good, which is Hunico. And the original Sin Cara went home early because he was sent home, I guess. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'd still rather see them two fight each other. I hope. Then one could leave, the organization and be done with it. All right, public records indicate that former TNA wrestling performer Shannon Claire Spruild. All right, anyway, her real name's Daphne. She at 8:51 p.m. July 19th in Hillsborough, she was officially charged with driving under the influence with property damage. Bond was set at $500. I don't know what kind of property was damaged, but anyway, Daphne, who last performed at TNA, parted ways with the organization March 15th as her contract expired and was not renewed. She since then announced that she had filed a workers' compensation lawsuit against TNA for injuries suffered while wrestling for the promotion. And since we're talking about people hurting themselves, the follow-up news on Shane Helms being arrested this week for DWI. The arrest was related to Helms' terrible motorcycle accident that took place back in May 6th. And according to the police report, witnesses told Helms he was riding a motorcycle with his girlfriend leaving a restaurant in Smithville, North Carolina around 9:15 p.m. Not bad. He allegedly drove through a stop sign, bad, lost control of the bike, real bad, and drove straight through a metal chain link fence, awful bad. Anyway, witnesses who was at the bar where Helms and his girlfriend was, had been, right before the accident, said that he saw Helms drinking alcohol there. And why anybody would be in a bar drinking alcohol is just beyond me. Anyway, Shane Helms suffered a broken leg, ankle, nose, received over 200 stitches, and his girlfriend suffered some pretty bad injuries too. Didn't list them. WWE star Rey Mysterio underwent knee surgery this morning and will likely be out of action for the rest of 2011, actually. Mysterio attended a Lil Wayne rap concert on Thursday night and before, having one last outing, I guess. The following contains a little bit of spoilers for the next 2 weeks of Impact Wrestling, so if you don't want to hear it, scan a little bit further real quick past where you're at right now. And if anybody from TNA is listening, if you want your ratings to go up, don't let these spoilers out or do live events. I know it's going to cost money, but your ratings will go up because we have no idea what's going to happen. And everybody will tune in to see what's happened, which makes the ratings go up. If I tell them what happens, we already got the surprise out of the bag, and they don't. If they miss it, they miss it. They already know what happened. So don't let the spoilers out. I don't know how you can stop that, but do live events. Anyway, here's for the next two. TNA had a double television taping Thursday night in Huntsville, Alabama. And I know they're on a cost-cutting thing, too, which, it's catch-22, I guess. And one of the most newsworthy happenings was the return of Jeff Hardy. Well, anyway, Hardy came out, cut a promo saying that the network gave him a chance to address the fans in TNA, which, does that sound like CM Punk? Hardy apologized for his conduct at Victory Road, where he showed up in no condition to perform, and the main event was him against Sting that had to be cut to less than 30 seconds. Jeff said that he has personal issues, put the show in the commode, and he knows that he let everybody down. But I'm back. Oh, anyway, he didn't say that. Jeff asked everyone for one more chance, and then they got a huge one more chance chant. One more chance chant. Well, that's hard to say. Chant from the crowd. Anyway, Jeff placed the microphone down in the middle of the ring and exited to the back. Jeff's return to TNA Wrestling will take place in 2 weeks. The next week's show is going to be featured a major announcement of Hardy appearing on the following week's show. So, anyway, Jerry Lawler, he was in attendance, will be in attendance as a guest host of Raw Live in Memphis, Tennessee this coming Saturday on this day back in 1999, way back, just ages ago. WWF SmackDown began airing on the UPN network. And on his Formspring account, I don't know anything about that, Seth Rollins was asked by a fan, "Hey Tyler Black, do you think you should cut your hair short so you don't look like a John Morrison?" And Lord knows I would hate to look like John Morrison. But anyway, the former Ring of Honor star replied, "Hey, stupid question, asker." He says, "No." He said, "I had long hair first, I had a beard first, and I can outwork him any day of the week." Matches for tonight's SmackDown on Sci-Fi, by the way, is going to be Christian taking on Daniel Bryan, Sin Cara, one or the other, taking on Heath Slater, Kelly taking on Tamina, Ted DiBiase taking on Randy Orton, Great Khali versus Ezekiel, and Sheamus versus Mark Henry in a main event. And Bret Hart's going to be tonight's guest general manager. And I've had a lot of people ask me whatever happened to the laptop. The mysterious Raw general manager and the laptop disappeared when Hunter came back. Alright, TNA released office worker Etta Enos, who handles marketing and publicity in Orlando. And they also let the maintenance man go. Cut corners wherever you can. The whole TNA roster, last night's taping in Huntsville, Alabama, except for Crimson, Madison Reigns, and Ric Flair. They weren't there, but everybody else was. TNA estimates there was between 3,000 to 3,500 fans in attendance, higher than what was expected. And regarding Jeff Hardy, he was said to be in good spirits backstage. There was no real discussion of Matt, where he was concerned at anyway. And the good spirits he was in, I hope it wasn't due to good spirits. Anyway, Mickie James defeated winner at tonight's Impact taping in Huntsville to recapture the Women's TNA Knockout Championship. The title will the show will air next Thursday. Alright, by the way, on the June 23rd edition of Impact Wrestling, James defeated winner in a street fight following an outside interference from Love. This led to a match with Hardcore Justice where James lost the Women's Championship to winner following the interference from Love and Red Mist to former Katie Lee. And following the edition of Impact Wrestling, James defeated Madison Reigns for an earlier rematch for the title, which took place tonight. The win is James's second in TNA and 8th nationally. That means I gotta go. Thanks for clicking.